Hello everyone and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24. I have read the requests and I've seen the names popping up for recommendations and video requests, and I've seen one man in particular, his name that kept popping up for a Grand Prix video, and that is Fabio Quartararo. So today I'm going to try and replicate Fabio Quartararo's podium at Bud last season, but this time in MotoGP 24. So here we go then, starting from 8th place in the exact same spot that Fabio started last year. We will wait for the red lights to disappear and away we go. Now I'll level with you guys, I haven't touched Bud in the MotoGP class since I got the game. So I'm a little bit tentative on this one, but I'm going to give it my best shot and see what we can do with Fabio on board the Yamaha. Of course, the Yamaha not quite the best bike in MotoGP anymore, but I think we're still going to have a decent performance as long as I can stay with those two Ducatis ahead. And in fact, we've got a third Ducati in the form of Marc Marquez. But look at the speed of Brad Binder on the right-hand side of your screen. He absolutely disappeared from me there, didn't he? Really late on the brakes though with the Yamaha. I must confess, the Yamaha feels really good. Kind of got sandwiched in there, hitting Marc Marquez in the left-hand side. Yeah, he's had a good old look to me. Breaking the fourth wall is Marc Marquez right now. Didn't actually want to hit him there, but I was trying to avoid the contact with Brad Binder. So unfortunately, not a lot I could do in that situation. But I think we got away with any form of penalty or slap on the wrist. So we should be safe for any particular warnings in this one so far. Because don't forget, the circuit of Bud here in MotoGP 24 does not have the long lap penalty loop. Thus meaning, if I do receive 5 warnings, it's a straight up 3-second penalty slapped onto you. Nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, gotta be careful. I've had too many long lap penalties or the equivalent of in this circuit, and I don't want it to happen anymore. Now, I'm a little bit sluggish here. I can feel my braking is a little bit different. I've been doing the Moto2 career mode videos. I've done around 4 so far, and I've noticed how different the Triumph 765s require to be used here in MotoGP 24, especially considering how easy Moto3 was and how different the likes of the Premier class are with MotoGP. So I've got to recalibrate and refocus with using the Yamaha YZR M1. Now, in last year's game, I declared the Yamaha as quite possibly one of the worst bikes, if not the worst bike to use in MotoGP 23. Found it always wheelied and it just never felt all that comfortable. I actually feel quite comfortable with it in MotoGP 24. I don't think the wheelies are as prevalent as they are in some of the other motorcycles. Specifically, the Honda, the RC213V, is an absolute wheelie machine. I don't think any bike wheelies as much as the Honda, but this particular Japanese manufacturer bike is not bad. It just lacks a lot on top-end speed, and unbelievably, the Yamaha, of course, now with its modern-day problems, is actually struggling with turning. Can you believe that? Jorge Lorenzo would be shaking his head if he heard about a Yamaha that couldn't turn. That's how he won 3 MotoGP World Championships, did I say? 5 in total, of course, with his middle-class victories as well. So just looking at the gap here, we have lost a little bit of time to Pedro Acosta. 1.3 seconds is in the favour of the young Spanish star. We're being followed by Marquez as well. He's 0.8 of a second behind us, so we're in a bit of limbo at the moment. No man's land in the middle here. Oh, and I've just had that stutter again. I mentioned this in a video a few days ago. It just happens every now and again, just subtly. My game goes all strange and weird, but it's usually like after a couple of minutes, or maybe if I've had the game on for quite a while, it usually starts to settle down. I think maybe got too many applications opened, all draining the resources of the 6900 XT GPU. Possibly looking at a new one in the future, but across the sector time any moment now, gap is still the same here, so our podium chances are looking a little bit slim, dare I say. Marquez still 0.8 of a second, so we're occupying 4th, but I need a bit of a miracle at this point. Can't quite catch up to Pedro. We are finding time in this one here, so it's not all that bad. Well, as we get onto the power, 1.6 seconds is the difference. 2.7 is to the lead, so Pecco Bagnaia is not exactly checking out. He's certainly under pressure from Enea Bastianini, but the two Ducatis up front are looking wonderful at this stage. I don't know what's going on with Jorge Martin, but he's just not able to run this pace like any of us can at the front. 1:41.9 was the lap time set from Bastianini. That's going to be a track limit warning, isn't it? Yes! Oh, damn it. I knew it would be. I just turned in a bit prematurely there. Our lap times are 42.8, finding a small improvement. Goodness me, that's another track limit warning. Oh, the mistakes are coming in. I'm just getting a little bit too anxious and too desperate to catch up to the number 31 ahead of us. Not a great lap time there. We actually lost 7,000th of a second, but more importantly, I've also just noticed where is our track limit warnings? They're not on screen right now. I think we've encountered a glitch. I also haven't seen any notifications from Freddie Spencer and the rest of the MotoGP stewards. Something's happened here. Definitely still in play because we've got a track limit warning. You can see with the icon on the left-hand side of your screen there for Fabio, but I don't know what's happened to the MotoGP stewards. Have they gone to sleep? Perhaps I'm not doing a good enough job of keeping you entertained if the MotoGP stewards have fallen asleep. Unbelievable. But alternatively, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Certainly helps the channel grow. And we are finding time here. 7/10 of a second found on this one, but it's going to disappear if I keep making silly mistakes like that. 0.3 of a second. We lost 0.4 of a second there in that one corner alone. Clumsy stuff. The gap is just increasing, but the gap to Marquez is also... Well, that's more or less stayed the same, actually. This is a bit of a challenge, this one, I've got to say. I really felt like I could be up there with the best of them, such as Pedro Enea and Francesco Bagnaia. Bastianini is closing in here. All I need is the top 3 riders, or at least 2 of them, just to engage a bit. Engage enough so Pedro Acosta can catch them up, engage again, and then that brings us that couple of tenths closer. Really pushing here to catch up to him, but I don't want to get too caught out. Took a bit of a gamble with the soft rear tyre. I don't know if it was the best choice, but to be honest, I've done a lot of research with these bikes, and too aggressive on the power. Is that another track limit warning? Got away with it, as a matter of fact, but I have done some testing, and I've noticed that the medium tyre tends to heat up quicker than the soft tyre, which actually results in less grip. So to be honest, you're actually better off just using the soft rear. Just use that and go for it. I think you're going to have a better Grand Prix than you would if you were trying to mess around with the medium tyres. Medium was pretty much the only option for the front. Didn't think the soft would last in a circuit such as aggressive and as abrasive as the Indian GP. But Fabio Quartararo right now, all things considered, having a pretty cracking job, I would say. I mean, I should stop speaking. We've gone wide there for turn 8. I think it's a matter of time now before Marquez catches up. I can really feel and I can see the difference in the riding here. It's just a lack of confidence. I think I can go a bit more aggressive on the front brake, but I just don't trust the brake enough at the moment. I was able to change over the rear brake. I've now gone for my patented 7-inch brake disc. I don't tend to use the big one anymore. And that's a prime example of MotoGP stewards not coming up. Pecco Bagnaia, track limit warning for him. Nothing, no update or anything at all on the right-hand side of your screen. So yeah, MotoGP stewards are not playing ball, it seems. Oh, Binder's gone down. What's happened to the number 33? He was running in 6th place before all ended negatively. Take a look on the right-hand side of your screen, guys. That is exactly what happened to Brad Binder. It looks like Frankie Morbidelli then got through on Martin. So something probably happened then between Binder and Martin to allow Morbidelli to go through. Well, Morbidelli's actually come from about 9th place So pretty good job actually for Frankie. Don't forget the last time we played with Frankie Morbidelli, we actually had a good race until I made a mistake trying to fight for 3rd place. It was actually against VR46 Academy stablemate Marco Bezzecchi, as Marquez just appears on screen. Marquez is wanting to get through, isn't he? He's not close enough yet. I think him just getting too close to us towards turn 6 has cost him time. Yeah, 7/10 of a second as a matter of fact. But I don't think my objective is gonna come to fruition, you know? We're 4.2 seconds behind Pedro. We're gonna have to think of something pretty fast. I tell you what, I need to channel the energy from the Fabio Quartararo fan page that follow me on Instagram. I had a chat to them today about Fabio Quartararo, and perfectly timed, I'm recording a Fabio Quartararo video as well. You couldn't script it. It works out beautifully. Absolutely love it. Go and give them a follow if you're a fan of the Frenchman. And alternatively, of course, follow me on Instagram as well. But across the line, 43.2. Lap times, yeah, they're not great, are they? I can do much better than that. Oh my god. Spinning up the rear tyre. I was thinking that traction control 1 could be the key. Oh no, this is going terrible. These mistakes are just coming in too much. I was beginning to think in the back of my mind that traction control 1 could be the key. But I'll be honest, I think I've done too many laps now with TCS2 that I think it's going to take some time to get back into the groove with TCS1. And it's not as simple as that. I know a lot of you guys ask for setups, advice with controller configuration, maybe what electronics to use, what brake discs, and I'll tell you this, a lot of it is just practice. There's no reason that you can't be faster than me with TCS1 or TCS2. It's just a matter of preference and the time you put into this game to improve. I have my guide series, so if you are looking to improve your skills on this game, then of course head over to my guide section in the channel, and I'll be sure to show you as many tracks as possible. In fact, I'm going to do them all. I'm halfway through now. I've just finished Assen's video, which will be coming very soon, so stick around for plenty more track guides, advice, and other gaming stuff from MotoGP 24 as well. So just stay tuned for plenty of action if you want to improve your skills within the 24th installment of MotoGP. Well then, I think it's time now to recalibrate and focus on a new objective. It's quite obvious now that it's not going to materialise the way I wanted it. We're not going to get a podium unless something happens to the guys up front. So as far as I'm concerned, let's just focus on keeping Marc Marquez behind us. Easier said than done when it's the 8-times world champion, but I don't see why we can't do it. Pay a bit of extra attention now to some of these corners. Try and get the braking right, try and get on the power at the right time. The soft option tyre is beginning to deteriorate, so we've got to be careful now. Don't want to start making too many mistakes. They are creeping up a little bit in today's video. Couple of hiccups in the commentary as well. Nothing's going perfect in today's video. Got to try and bounce back from this. We're finding time though, nonetheless. If we can just keep improving the lap times. We don't need the fastest lap of the race. Just try and develop some momentum. In fact, behind us, someone has got a lot of momentum because he's just passed Marc Marquez. The man in question is Franco Morbidelli. The number 21 has come from 9th, albeit possibly 10th, to get up to 5th place now in a couple of laps. He's clearly got the pace here. Might be a bit too little too late for him. And I think that's my 4th track limit warning here. That could be my 4th and final track limit warning. If I get one more, it's good night Vienna. It's a straight up 3-second penalty, no questions asked. It's just as well we're setting a good lap time here because Frankie Morbidelli is on a charge. What lap times is he doing? He must be setting quicker lap times than Bastianini. He hasn't. 1:41.8 is Bastianini's lap time. And that exchange, we did a 1:42.3. Found a whole second on that previous lap. Something is brewing up. Bastianini has the lead now. He has dismantled Pecco for 2nd. And Pedro Acosta still sits in 3rd. There's quite a lot of riders behind me as well, so I cannot afford to make any silly mistakes. As we found 0.3 of a second in the second split. Split time comes up again after turn 7, if I'm not mistaken, so we could very well be improving here, you know. Delta looks green. As long as it's green, we stay happy. But there is definitely a fast man on the Prima Pramac Ducati behind us. The GP24 is in striking... No, not quite yet. We were able to pull away into turn 7. But that gap got briefly to half a second. The battle for 4th place, ladies and gentlemen, is on. It might not have been the podium that I wanted, but it's good enough to be the best of the rest. A bit similar to my Moto2 career mode video a couple of days ago, if you had the privilege of watching that one. In fact, it might have been yesterday, so check it out if you haven't seen it already. I imagine that's where most of you guys are subscribed for, because of course we do very much enjoy the MotoGP 24 career mode together. And now on to the power. Oh, yeah, Frankie is coming. The gap is 2.5 tenths now. Oh, sector 4, there was a yellow flag. I don't know who's gone down. But someone's Bud International Circuit Grand Prix possibly has ended early. Whoever it was, it looks like they may have rejoined because they're not appearing in the left-hand side of the screen. Oh my god, look at the gap disappearing. Frankie Morbidelli's on the left-hand side here on the GP24 Ducati. Travels past us like we were standing still. He's definitely got the speed. Well, one thing we cannot do here is allow him to get away, because I think if he gets any form of a gap, then he's done us, and I don't think we can fight back. Late on the brakes, running into turn 5. Morbidelli's got the inside apex. I think he's also running the soft option rear as well. So Morbidelli's tyre management is second to none, it seems. Might be able to get the position back here. A bit of argy-bargy going into turn 7. Can we sneak through into turn 8? The massive Shell Oils version. We're now through. Oh, we're not quite. Well, we weren't fighting for the podium after all, but what we are getting is a battle of 2 former teammates. Oh, Bagnaya's gone. Bagnaya's binned it. Where's he gone down? Ooh, that's massive. He's there. He's there. We might have a chance. Is the podium still on? How big's the gap? I need to get through a Morbidelli to work out where the gap is. Oh no, don't invalidate that lap. Or invalidate the whatever it is, because I'll get a track limit warning. This might not be over, you know. I imagine Pecco's going to get up to speed pretty quickly here, so we've got to hurry up. A late podium challenge, ladies and gentlemen. I should have put this race on for longer. I've only just realised it's only 12 laps, not 16 or 15. I must have made a mistake. 0.3 of a second is found then, but look at the speed of Morbidelli. He has got pace for days. Where's this come from, the number 21? He had that pace when I was controlling him the other day for that video. And I tell you what, Pecco's not getting away here. We might be able to use Morbidelli's speed here to catch up to the number 1. Hard on the brakes again. I tell you what, I tell you now, guys, I'm thinking we maybe just we launch it. We need to get through a Morbidelli here, because if he holds us up again into turn 8, we're going to lose too much time. He's gone wide. He's gone wide. He's cut the apex there, so that's a track limit warning for him. Oh, that's brave. Oh, sneaking our way through into turn 8. We're finding a dramatic amount of time here. Using Morbidelli as a slipstream has done me a massive favour. 0.4 of a second found. It's absolutely game on now. Half a second is the difference to Pecco Bagnaia. Has he got some sort of damage when he binned it into turn 12 not, what, 1 lap ago? This is it. Fabio could have a podium. He had the podium last season because Pecco crashed out a second. He's crashed out a second again. Is Fabio going to have the podium today? Across the line, fastest man on track. Oh my goodness, where's that lap time come from? We've got to get him now. What a... Just never say never on the DrAce channel. This one looked like it was dead and buried. We still have an opportunity. Morbidelli's going to be quick here though, isn't he? I hope he doesn't get past me. If he does get past me, I hope he stays on the left-hand side. If he goes to the right and goes for the lunge, I don't think I can get Pecco. He's gone for the lunge. Oh, Frankie. He's desperate for the podium as well, and I can't fault him. This is a featured Grand Prix race. I guess it's more like a sprint in a way, but... Oh, wow, absolutely pushing Morbidelli. Get out of the way, sunshine. I've got to get through here. I cannot afford to lose any more time sat behind the Prima Prama Ducati. Pecco wasn't clean, going through both turn 7 and 6, now for turn 8. We've got to strike while the iron's hot. If I can't get through going into the penultimate corner, I don't think I can. I've never gone for a lunge into the final corner. It's not a track I'm familiar with all that much. We're really close. That's a big hit. I can't overtake him like that. I hit the brakes there. I couldn't have overtaken him like that. I'm going to have to go in the final corner. I've got absolutely no choice, so why not let it fly? Oh, we pick him up. I think we've just pinched it. Ladies and gentlemen, I set out to get a podium for Fabio, and somehow we've done it at the death. Oh, man. I cannot believe that, and the fastest lap as well for us, coming into the penultimate lap, was absolutely critical. That was unbelievable. That was way much more fun than I was anticipating. Brilliant. Marvellous. I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.